Well, actually, Thomas, we've got something to do here.
Thomas, this is all weird because of circumstances. I'm going to present you with something up here and do it with a mask.
Oh, there's Sindhu. Oh, hi Jim, how are you?
We're doing fine. Billy?
I've been working in Oak Ridge now for about 20 years. And I've come to appreciate that Oak Ridge is a really special place. I think one of the most unique aspects about Oak Ridge is the ability of a relatively small city of 30,000 people to attract an incredible array of talent from every corner of the world. Today's recipient of the Money Boot Award illustrates that unique aspect of Oak Ridge better than anybody I can imagine. His background is literally worlds apart from East Tennessee. As a young man, Thomas left southern India and came to America with his beautiful wife, Sindhu. Like many of us, they lived frugally when they were young in a one-bedroom apartment over a pizza parlor. Thomas found his way to Oak Ridge in 1987 when he came for what he thought would be a one-year appointment as a postdoc at the laboratory. Even though as a young man he had already lived in India and upstate New York and Mississippi, he decided to plant his roots in Oak Ridge. This is the place where it's customary to read a lengthy list of accomplishments and awards, but somehow that didn't seem to make sense for today's Muddy Boot Award. Instead, let me share with you a true story. 2 decades ago, the world of high-performance computing in the United States was dominated by 3 national labs at Los Alamos, Berkeley, and Livermore, and by 2 universities in San Diego and Pittsburgh. Oak Ridge was not even a part of the conversation. Late one afternoon in 2000, Thomas sat in the director's office and attempted to describe a future that was difficult to comprehend. In a time when the most powerful computer in the world did not have as much capacity as our cell phones today, Thomas painted a picture of a machine that was so powerful it could perform not 1,000,000 calculations, not 1,000,000,000, not even 1,000,000,000,000, but a mind-blowing quadrillion calculations per second, requiring a volume of power and architectural complexity beyond our imagination. Most of you know how that story turned out. Working with Thomas's plan, Oak Ridge built the most powerful supercomputer on the planet. And today, not just in North America, but in Asia and Europe, the words Oak Ridge is the brand for leadership in scientific and computational science throughout the world. The most important thing to understand is that Thomas has never quit gazing over the top of the hill in search of ways to invigorate the Oak Ridge community. Most recently, he conceived and guided the creation of the Oak Ridge Institute, funded in part by $20 million from the Department of Energy, to create in Oak Ridge a future pipeline for scientists and engineers. Perhaps most ambitious of all, Thomas envisions the creation in Oak Ridge of what he calls the innovation ecosystem. Just like in computing, he believes we have the components needed for a future in which Oak Ridge is added to the list of America's leading centers for new companies and high-tech jobs. I cannot think of anyone else who represents that marvelous possibility when you combine two magnificent cultures. We could not have accomplished much of what we have without India, and we could not have accomplished it anywhere else but in Oak Ridge. And that's what makes this place so special. It's my pleasure today to award the 2020 Muddy Boot Award to the director of Oak Ridge National Laboratory and my friend, Dr. Thomas Zacharia.
Thank you. Thank you, Billy.
Thomas, congratulations on your Muddy Boot Award. This recognition is so well deserved. You have long been a champion of initiatives that will strengthen the vitality of East Tennessee. There is no stronger advocate than you. I am personally aware of your strong advocacy behind the scenes for resources and policy changes in places like Washington, D.C. that will continue to position Oak Ridge National Laboratory as a regional catalyst for innovation and economic development. You have an inspiring vision, Thomas. Oak Ridge and East Tennessee are clearly benefiting from your inspirational leadership. Congratulations, Thomas, on this well-deserved recognition.